There once was a money launderer from Nantucket. I think I've read enough. I don't see the bomb site photos anywhere on Grubb's desk.
Because we've already gone through this bloody motion before, didn't we? Like a fool.
Grubbs, the chief says you've got the bomb site photos. Are you done with them?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Does this...
You got...
It's just that, as you remembered, possibly, is it don't bloody save until you've done the whole thing, so... Right, okay.
Sure, Grubbs.
I'm trying to give this...
Let's try something different. That's
Toesies.
You think so? Alright then, whatever you say. Now I got a few more you should pick from, okay?
I'll pick different ones. We'll have Buff.
Buff. Rubble. Somewhere most. Flattering. Infesting. Kinky. Hearse.
Your choices were weird.
Yeah, let's go
but
for it.
whatever, it's written. So here's the report that I'll be
remember.
submitting. I was out on my break, sniffing toesies and stuff. I see this shadowy figure, thinking he's Buff.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that the guy might be yearning for trouble. Flitting around with a face full of rubble. He yanks forth this bomb, and he sets it right down. And he runs for the somewhere-most corner of town. I sing out, "Take cover! Heads up! Watch your back!" And then he spews forth this ear-flattering crack.
Oh, that's quite
I call in for backup, invested the perp, who was really a kinky and a nauseous twerp. And there's the whole story. No better, no worse. I'm sorry it ain't a more elegant hearse.
You're actually gonna hand that report in?
So it ain't Shakespeare. Oh, oof.
Okay, we've got my photos, so we can come out of here. Let's go here. Where was my set of photos? There it is, over there. Let's pop these.
Those are Grubb's photos.
I know.
I think that's the... I think... Bingo! These go right here.
Sweet. Right, we just need... What do we need now? It's bombing diagrams. Where the bloody hell's that? It must be here.
Not my first choice from Hex's arsenal.
Just gonna go through the motions here.
Hey Hex, have you...
Okay. Can I try coffee with him? Maybe you'll have a cup of coffee.
I'll just pour this into Hex's mug and see what happens.
He'll drink it.
Hey, hey, hey! Something really woke up the flavor in this coffee.
Not my first... Maybe I should refill Hex's mug. He's slurping air again.
Oh, okay.
I better give Hex a...
Ooh, how! Everyone's...
What a mess. What a mess. That will render it wet and...
Is there something here? There must be some reason for this.
I better...
Ooh, ha!
What a mess. What a... Hex won't appreciate that.
What am I supposed to do here?
That will render it wet and useless, and keep it away.
Well, hang on.
Maybe I should refill Hex's mud.
God.
I better give...
Wow!
Oh, there.
Every once in a while, this...
What's that there? There.
Now's my chance. Whoa! The symbol! It's the same one! The rest just looks like soda cans with chicken scratches and arrows, but I'd recognize that symbol anywhere.
Oh, sorry. I just pressed the wrong button. What's that? An old photo? Where'd that come from?
It's a photo of me as a kid with a guy standing behind me in a shadow. Wish I could remember him, and that symbol. I know, I have a mysterious past. It's a cliché I try to keep to myself.
Okay.
Perfect. This diagram goes right here.
Okay. Does the photo go there? Oh no. Right, we can speak to the dude. Here we go.
Okay, hominid, I'm recording. Let's have your statement.
Alright.
Where were you at the time of the bombing? Tell me more. Uh-oh. Looks like a toxic pollen leak in your hazmat jammies. Might want to talk so we can patch that before you swell up and explode. So, what were you doing downtown? Well, that answers that question. So, why did you run from the police?
Artie has to go!
Okay. Artie, so that's your name. I thought you guys just did your business inside the hazmat suit, and I don't think I need to hear about it. Oh, stop it! At least I've got his statement.
Okay, cool. Right, let's go. Let's go over to there. Take that to... No, it's over there.
Voila! I'll post this statement right here where it belongs. Finally! Now maybe we can split this cocoon and hit the streets.
Good, let's do
Hey,
it.
kid, how do you spell ba-boom?
B-A-B-O-O-M. Good. Okay, let's clock on.
I want you two incompetents down to the Nectarola building now! There's been a murder, and the chairman, Madam Quinby, requested you special, Rochi. Just like old times, eh? Now don't screw this up!
Check out my car.
So, you and Quinby have a history I should know about, Rochi? I didn't picture you in with such a high-class crowd.
Oh, yeah. People always told me I smell royally. Well, maybe it's because about 30 years back, I was the primary on the old royal egg case. Some egg-napping insects ran off with Quinby's rightful heir. We never found out who did it. I tell you, kid, something was rotten about that case, and I don't mean the egg, but I could never prove it. Either way, Madam Quinby was left without a successor. She's been in power way longer than normal because of it.
She's so sweet in all the commercials. What's she like in real life?
Tough. So we gotta be tougher, kid. She can be very charming and persuasive, so you gotta hold your ground. Just follow my lead.
Okay, is it action? Or do I go back to this godforsaken...
Okay, now leave this to me, kid. All right. Can we get everyone to move over to this side of the room?
Ah, Detective Carruthers, the years have treated you well. Could we perhaps have everyone over here instead? We were in the middle of a rather important rehearsal when the tragedy occurred.
Sure, Madam Quinby. That would be fine, just fine. Ain't she just the bee's knees, kid?
Oh, please call me honey. And who is your charming friend?
Who? Oh, this is my partner, Detective Chris List.
Nice to...
So, what seems to be the problem, Your Honeyness?
Buzzkill.
Oh, it was just awful. We were rehearsing for the big launch of my new Nectarola flavor, Manchurian Cherry. I was on break, and my loyal advisor, Busby, was standing in for me. I hate those hot lights. We were just about to resume when a cable snapped, and he was crushed like a... well, you know. I saw a shadowy figure run from the rafters. My word... you know, I think the killer was after me. But it all happened so fast. I still can't believe it. Oh, Busby.
Well, this was clearly a tragedy for you and the Nectarola Company. I can see you truly cared for your assistant, as you do all living creatures, and the fair city of Troy.
Madam Quinby, would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
Well, of course, my dear. Of course.
Okay, but you're gonna ask, where's she gone? She's over there. Alright, because we have a potter about before we go wandering off anyway. I can't do any of that stuff. So say if I press escape this time. Check in with Rochi, awesome. Let's go and check in with Rochi.
Rochi, you just gonna stand there and gawk at Quinby?
I'm not gawking, alright? Just, something about her that's mesmerizing. I'm sizing her up. So far, I'd say she looks like a size 12 in the young miss department, but hey, I've never been that good at this. She is a knockout though, ain't she? Sorry, Big Mite. What? No, nobody else got knocked out.
Big help. I thought you said Quinby was over the hill 30 years back. How old is she?
We never did find out her age, but her ma got pretty scary looking in her later years, so Honey can't be that old. I remember when I was a kid, Quinby staged a hostile takeover of Nectarola from her own mother. Can't have a company spokesperson that looks like death, I guess.
Sounds like Nectarola chairmen don't usually stay in power long.
I think this is a first. No other Quinby has controlled the pollen trade for such a long time. Yeah, it was a real tragedy when a royal egg was taken. A royal usually comes only once in a generation. That's why Quinby's bravely hanging on here. No heir. Honestly, I have no idea, at her age, how she keeps popping out new drone workers for the buzz biz. But she looks pretty good for a woman with that many kids.
How do you want to proceed on this?
Well, I'm on the comm link with Big Mite, getting the rundown from the officers first on the scene. It could take a while. Gotta have it all in the report. Look, you know the drill. Chigga's gonna expect us to find at least 4 pieces of evidence before we leave the scene. You haven't found any yet, so keep snooping. I'll make sure nothing happens to Quinby in the meantime.
Alrighty, so that's what we've got to find. I'm assuming if I press this, it'll tell me. Alrighty. Oh, it's not how it is. I can't run, I forgot. I don't know what that bloody map is, of it. No, that's not. Uh-huh.
Better double check the tape in this, but Big Mite said the cameras weren't rolling since it was rehearsal. Better double check the...
Okay, let's go over here. There. You never know with any of this, you got to just click. Oh, hello.
It's part of the snappy new Nectarola ad campaign. Considering they have a monopoly on all beverage sales in Troy, I'd say this is more of a vanity campaign than anything else.
Okay. Food? Oh,
Snacks are great and everything, but I always find myself wishing the craft services table had some good macrame and beadwork items.
yeah, I must admit, I'm always looking out for something like that as well. Oh, I was hoping that would drop down the screen in front of me. What's this here?
I might find some good prints on these cushions, or at least some spare change underneath. I might find some...
Well, I can't, because I've... Okay. Going over here.
What did you see?
It's an explosion of cherry flavor.
There was an explosion? Where?
In every can of new Nectarola Manchurian cherry.
I see.
It's an explosion of cherry flavor.
Yes, so I've heard. I guess your programming is rather limited. Can you move aside so I can get by?
It's an explosion of cherry flavor.
How'd I know you'd say that? Who controls you?
It's an explosion.
Spare me. What can you tell me about the accident?
It was hideous. Hideous! Busby was standing in for Quinby, just like she told you. She was on her executive's chair. Busby was reading from the script, and suddenly, the Bebot just fell.
Did you see the person on the catwalks that Quinby claimed to have seen?
I'm afraid not. I was slightly distracted by the dying assistant crushed underneath the Bebot.
Fair enough. I may need to ask you more questions.
I'll be here. The show must go on.
Surely must.
Can you command that Bebot who keeps saying, "It's an explosion of cherry flavor"?
Yes, that's one of the chorus line Bebots. I can give him orders, but that's up to Quinby, not me.
Certainly, Detective.
All right, then. I can have the Bebot move to the right, the left, do a shuffle off to Buffalo, or take a bow. What do you want to see?
It needs to move to the right.
Tell it to move to the right.
Certainly! Bebot, shimmy to stage right.
Right, is he gone now? Ah, there we go, you see? Okay.
They're marked extra set decorations.
And that's all I've got. Okay. Can I... Oh, I was going to jump. I can't jump.
This rope is what's holding up part of the set. That's part of the set, hung from the flies. There's something glinting on it.
Okay.
One of the uniformed officers said this was for the big finish of the television event. Apparently, after the tap-dancing bee-bots introduce Quinby, the boom lifts her up to fly above the stage, where she's joined by 2 more bee-bots, assuming their ropes hold. Sounds very magical.
What's this? Is this anything here?
This is the box's lock. This box is locked and bolted down. Very odd. I should find a way to open it.
So I keep thinking the dog's about to get up. It usually does when I'm knee deep in the middle of a game. No, he's just scratching his back. That's alright. Can I move the boom? No. Nope. Oh, I didn't think I could fall down. Okay. What's this? Nothing. Okay.
Nectarola. Thanks to our new proprietary additives and the repositioning of our products as carbonated lifestyle enhancers, we've quadrupled market share, resulting in the most profitable year in the company's history. And we're more than confident that our newest flavor will be an unprecedented success. There's just no resisting Nectarola. Looks like she's working on another memo. This one to the Pollen Fields facility about the upcoming harvest. It has, "Don't forget to call me honey," engraved on it. Funny how much she has to remind people.
I said don't forget to call me call home.
It's full of graphs, algorithms, and black magic, outlining how to make the new soda flavor a huge success, yet somehow not cannibalize sales from the other product, even though original Nectarola has a 98% market share. I think they call it a marketing plan. The top item is a proposal for capturing the remaining 2% market share from their last remaining competitor, water. Quimby's executive chair is a little frightening. It looks like it was designed more for intimidating the minions than for ergonomics.
Typical. He went before I started recording. And he just knows when to get up. Right, I'll be back in a minute. Again, I can't save it. I've just got to keep going through the motions. Okay, I'm back.
Did Busby have any enemies?
Well, I can't believe he did. He was honest, brave, thoughtful, kindly. Have I left anything out? I don't know why anyone would want to hurt him.
Did anyone know he was going to be standing in for you?
No, at least not at that particular moment. I have taken quite a few breaks. Rehearsing for public appearances is always so exhausting.
Yeah, tell me about it.
But it was pure happenstance that Busby was standing in for me at that particular moment. Oh, cruel fate. Well, cruel to Busby. Lucky for me.
Do you have any enemies?
What a ridiculous thought. Can you imagine? It couldn't be one of Nectarola's competitors, since there are no competitors. I crushed all of the other soft drink companies ages ago. And it certainly couldn't be a disgruntled ex-employee. All of my ex-employees are thoroughly gruntled before they leave the premises. I insist on it. So I can't imagine who would want to harm me.
What about current employees? Anyone who might benefit from a vacancy at the top?
Absolutely not. I never promote from within the company. It might encourage exactly the kind of conniving and murder you're suggesting.
What about family members?
I don't know your family. Oh, you mean my family? I have none to speak of.
So you're sure there's nobody from your past that might be holding a grudge?
Well, naturally there are various suitors that I've rejected over the years, but it's been a long time since all that, and I can't think of any who would be moved now to do me harm.
There's gotta be a motive here. Nobody tries to commit murder without a motive. Is there anyone who might want to stop the introduction of your new flavor?
I suppose the people from the National Candidates Association were a little disappointed. We did choose to go with Manchurian Cherry instead of Manchurian Candidates, but I don't see how killing me would help their cause.
Manchurian Cherry, huh?
Yes, our new slogan is, "It's an explosion of cherry flavor." I do hope you'll try some, Detective. I'm sure you'll love it.
Yeah, no doubt. All right. If you think of anything, please give Rochi or me a call at the precinct.
I certainly will. I'd like this mess cleared up as soon as possible. And speaking of which, who's responsible for carting this body away?
The coroner will be by shortly, I'm sure.
Oh, thank goodness. He's right in my spotlight.
You say you saw a shadowy figure on the catwalks?
I did. I looked up a few moments after the bee-bot fell on dear, loyal Busby. There was somebody running on the catwalks, but between the lights and tending to Busby, I never saw who it was.
I'll be back to ask more questions later.
Very well, but let's make this quick. We have a product introduction to rehearse.
Okay. I haven't been on the stage yet. Let's have a look here.
This sandbag was used to help counterweight the bee-bot. I should take a look at this.
Oh, sweet, I've got something. Alright, okay.
The big X on the floor is made of gaffer's tape.
That's where I was supposed to be standing for the big announcement. And poor Busby, if only I hadn't asked him to stand in for me.
Then you'd be lying here dead instead of him. How do you feel about that?
How am I supposed to feel? Well, horribly guilty, I suppose. And devastated. Simply devastated, of course.
You know, no matter how many bodies I've had to scrape off of windshields, no matter how many fatal fly swatter accidents I've had to investigate, no matter how many moths I've taken to the burn unit, I never get any queasier. The way the rope on that sandbag is cut proves that this bee-bot's fall was no accident. I should find some way to open the hatch and back of this thing, but I'll probably end up thorax deep in busted bits of bee-bot. This is a script for the big product introduction they were getting ready to put on. The victim never even had a chance to let go of it.
Oh, that was so like Busby. He held on to that script the same way he held on to life, with an iron grip, even after being crushed by a bee-bot.
Well, I guess he didn't hold on to life after all, but he clearly kept holding on to the script. I don't see anything unusual about this script, but I can use this paperclip.
Oh.
At the precinct, Chigger charges us for each one we use.
Can I use the thing for the back of this thing?
I can't open the hatch with this paperclip. I guess it's not the right tool for the job.
Is any of these the bits of evidence? Oh, one of them is. Okay. Alright, well... Will the paperclip work upstairs? On that thing up there. You know, that lock that I found. It's up here, I think, isn't it?